You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, if you guys have been watching this channel since 2020, you guys will remember that we actually covered the NBA. Then Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey came out and showed support for Hong Kong against the Chinese Communist Party. And what did the NBA do? The NBA and players, they didn't back Daryl Morey. They were actually backing the Chinese Communist Party. When it came to Communist China, folks, they had nothing to say. Also, Enes Kanter Freedom from Turkey, now a U.S. citizen, called out the atrocities of the Chinese Communist Party. And what did the NBA do? They silenced him. The NBA did not want to criticize China because after Daryl Morey put that out, China said, all right, we're not going to show any of your games. And what happened, guys? The NBA got in that bubble, started disrespecting the country, kneeling for the national anthem. And guess what? China came coming back. No NBA player says anything against communist China. I mean, the commies, man, they're authoritarians. That's just the way it is. And folks, we actually have a U.S. citizen, Eileen, that has now betrayed a country. Actually, this is really going back to 2022 to compete for communist China at the Winter Olympics. And you know what, guys? She had no problem whatsoever addressing what Trump said when it came to his criticism of Hunter Hess. But I guess she didn't expect this, guys. She actually got confronted on what's happening to the Uyghurs out there in China. And guess what she said, folks? She went full-blown NBA. She said it wasn't any of her business. Yeah, any of her business. Remember, LeBron James said that Daryl Morey wasn't educated. Daryl Morey, one of the smartest people in the NBA, by the way. So let's get into this, guys, because Enes Kanter, man, Freedom, he came out and blasted Eileen. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Here we go. But first, check out blackwhitenetwork.com. Support us by becoming a member. Membership to just $10 a month. You can actually save money by getting the annual plan. We post member videos over there on the website in addition to our Friday member stream. And when you sign up, guys, you get a 7-day free trial. If you would like to donate, we do have a donation tab here. You guys can donate $1, $5, $10, $1 million, whatever you want to give. We do appreciate it. And we're running a sale, guys. We're extending our President's Day sale, 15% off anything in the merch store, guys, including our new Patriots 1776 shirt. We have our sports gear. We have our America 250 Bald Eagle Edition shirt, which is our best seller. It actually has the America 250 logo on the back. We have hoodies. We have zip-ups. We have hats. We have coffee mugs. But if you're a paying member to the website, guys, you get 25% off your entire order. So let's get into it. Here we go. Over here on Fox News, former NBA player Enes Kanter Freedom calls Eileen a traitor for representing China at Olympics. Yeah, that's because she is a traitor. Eileen, by the way, does not live in China. She lives out there in the People's Republic of California. I guess that's pretty close to China. But she just competes for communist China. Now, look here. It says, former NBA player Enes Kanter Freedom condemned the American-born Team China Olympic skier Eileen during an interview on Fox News. Fox News' Ingram angle on Tuesday. Quote, I'm just going to say it. She's a traitor. She was born in America. She was raised in America, lives in America, and chooses to compete against her own country for literally the worst human rights abuser on the planet, China. She built her fame in a free country and then chooses to represent an authoritarian regime. Yeah. And that's Elaine Gu right there, guys, wrapped in the flag of China. Yeah. Now look at this. Gu has never spoken out publicly against China's alleged human rights abuses, including the nation's alleged systemic campaign of repression against Uyghurs and other predominantly Muslim ethnic minorities in the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, or the jails of politician Jimmy Lau. Yeah, of course, she's not going to say anything about that. Not going to do it. But when it came to Trump, this is what she had to say. Oh, she could speak about that, right? Look at this. Gu has been a subject of global criticism since her decision to represent China dating back to the original decision in 2019 and her first Winter Olympics in Beijing in 2022. This year, that criticism has ramped up as she has won 2 silver medals and even responded to a question about President Donald Trump criticizing U.S. Olympian Hunter Hess for being critical of the state of America. So she had no problem addressing that. This is what she said, quote, "I'm sorry that the headline that is eclipsing the Olympics has to be something so unrelated to the spirit of the games. It really runs contrary to everything the Olympics should be. The whole point of sport is to bring people together. One of the very few common languages, that of the human body, that of the human spirit, the competitive spirit, the capacity to break not only records, but especially in our sport, literally the human limit." How wonderful is that? Yeah. So she had no problem addressing that. But look at this. Elaine Gu, U.S.-born Olympian competing for China, says Uyghur genocide is not her business. So she'll speak about Trump and his criticism of Hunter Hess. But when it comes to the Uyghurs in China, the country she's representing, she had nothing to say. Nothing to say. Look at this right here. It says in a Time magazine profile, weeks ahead of the Milan Cortina Olympics, the 22-year-old was asked about her fate. Gu responded, quote, "I'm not an expert on this. I haven't done the research. I don't think it's my business. I'm not going to make big claims on my social media." But as a Stanford International Relations major, Time pushed the skier. The outlet asked if she could surely have done her homework on the Uyghur genocide. Again, Gu chose avoidance mixed with ignorance. She says this, "I'm just more of a skeptic when it comes to data in general. So it's not like I can read an article and be like, oh, well, this must be the truth. I need to have a ton of evidence. I need to maybe go to the place, maybe talk to 10 primary source people who are in a location and have experienced life there. Then I need to go see images. I need to listen to recordings. I need to think about how history affects it. Then I need to read books on how politics affects it. This is a lifelong search." Wow. Wow. It's none of her business, guys. It is none of her business. Now, we know she probably already knows what's going on with the Uyghurs. She probably does. But since she's actually competing for communist China, if she actually speaks out against the communists, this is why I don't like communists, folks, she's going to be locked up. Yeah, she may end up in a camp if she actually speaks out against the Chinese Communist Party. Funny. No problem addressing Trump. And she actually portrays a country to compete for China, but she's not going to speak out on China. I find it very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting, man. This woman's a traitor. She's playing ignorant. Maybe she wasn't expecting this question, but I knew, guys, she wasn't going to address this. She wasn't going to address this. But what do you guys make of this right here? Are you guys surprised that Elaine Gu said, "It's none of my business"? Wow. Gunley right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.